It is a pretty hot late summer afternoon here in the South Bay as EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the San Francisco 49ers. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. I got it. Set. Pistol. Hey, let go. Hurry. I got it.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. He'll wind up getting a yard on. The game's first play at second down.
You better get in the weight room, son. I'm too strong out here. Too big for you.
Gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let him know. Check it out. Point it right. King.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Akello Witherspoon, really good coverage from the Colorado man, getting a hand in on it.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Regular. That's a what? Hurry.
From the gun, Mayfield. He's able to find Wallace. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
On the set. 57's right. Night, sweetheart. 57's Mike.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Alert flag. Pistol. Check 52. Shoot. 36. Check 3.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. Well, a tackle that time by Akello Witherspoon.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
They're running it. Watch twist. Watch twist. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
Here's Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Us to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here comes Pettis on the return. 35 yards that time on the punt, and the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves.
Touchdown, 49ers! Matt Breida, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
54. Bring it. Bring it. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, point it right. Point it right. Point it right. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. 80 weapons. Under crunch. Under crunch. Under crunch. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3. Regular. 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 Hey, we're 33. 54. Hey, box drop. Box drop. 54.
Now Mayfield. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because Number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. 26 Mike, 26 Mike. Here we go, here we go. Hey, Orbit. Hurry! He's mine, he's mine, he's mine.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Check Mike 54, Mike 54.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. But an alert 49er able to gain possession, so they will indeed hold on to the pigskin.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. On second down, a run with Breida. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
65.
On third down, a run from Breida. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Hey, check.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Fourth down, here's Haskins. Looking left side, and it's complete. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Cowboys' 15-yard line.
on 2nd and 9. Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Mayfield looks to throw, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They go play action with Haskins. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Mike 22, Mike 22. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day, all day. Mike 22, he's coming, 22's coming, Mike. Come on.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the first down in the process.
49er first down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Ready. Go to base. Check right, check looks ball. Tight window, tight window.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. And that's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Mike 22, Mike 22.
3rd down, here's Haskins. And he couldn't get rid of the football, trying to buy a little time, but he'll just tuck it and go down.
I'll tell you who was excited by that play, and that was the defensive front. They didn't need any additional help. They got to it in a hurry. And right there, he had to make a big-time decision. I think he made the right one. Protect the football, then protect yourself.
Maybe not necessarily in that order.
He will never admit to that, but he's probably been about himself first.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They go play action. Mayfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. On the return is Pettis. A good kick, 49 yards. Just 3 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Mark 22, Mark 22. Watch the play.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Looking deep downfield. They've got his man complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Now it's Haskins. It's complete to Diggs. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for George Kittle. Incomplete.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. Well, what do you think? Maybe a little disappointment there. They had a pretty nice drive going at the end of the half, and they have to settle for 3.
Oh, definitely a little bit of disappointment there because when you kick a short field goal, you shake your head a little bit like, could we have done a little bit more? Could we have gotten one more shot to try and get 6? But with what little time was left on the clock, I think it was a smart play.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though. Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So the big play gets them across midfield now for first and 10. Play action. Haskins. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To try again after the sack, Haskins. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. As his guys are in for 6. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. They run it with Breida. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. They go to Elliott again. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Mayfield now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. And he'll sling that one in there. Complete to Cooper on the comebacker. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run with Breida. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Yeah, let's get that ball, man. Let's get that ball.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Matt Breida, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now he'll let it go, and he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off here at the 32, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game, and so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Now Haskins on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Here's Breida. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby.
Here's Haskins out of the gun. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Meanwhile, down in Glendale, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. This is Breida. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
From just shy of midfield, Haskins. He's going to look deep down the field, and that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Brings up third down and 8 yards to go.
The Niners on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Hey, 25 to Mike. We're going 25 to Mike.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
On 2nd and 1, Mayfield. This one caught by Isabella. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now Elliott. And the tackle there by Quan Alexander.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Regular. Hey, alert.
On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 31-yard line.
This game just keeps evolving and changing, doesn't it? You got a tight end who can move around a lot. Not necessarily using a big body on him. Sometimes you take a corner, a better cover guy, and put him on him and try and take him out of the game as we've seen in this one.
You're exactly right. They've taken him out of the game. That was just his first catch. Big reason they're losing right now. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9. 30-yard line.
Regular. Mike 56. Quit talking about it. Hey, high 7. Hurry. Right there, 56. Record.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
56. Hey, Ward. 56 to Mike. 56. Check 56. Oh, you got deep? Check, Nick. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Switch. Hey, alert 33. Check. Hurry, hurry. Bumps up the helmet. Here we go. Watch out.
3rd and long for Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw on 3rd down, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Taken from just outside the 30. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They're in the 4th quarter in Denver. Chargers have scored again, so they are really opening it up. A win would be their 2nd on the young season.
Check. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Check 31. Check. Lucky. Watch out.
A 1st down carry by Allen. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Mayfield now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10.
Check 3. Pistol.
Now Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Hatch it. Switch it. Come on, switch it.
1st down, Mayfield. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense, great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Alert, 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 alert.
Alert,
On second down, Mayfield again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well timed there by Richard Sherman. A sack on the corner blitz. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down.
Alert, 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 alert.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Let's bring it. 26 Mike, 26 Mike.
Right here, right here.
Rush
Kings, Kings, Kings.
Rush in. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
We got double up, double up.
Hey, alert three, alert three. Check. Check out.
Now Mayfield on fourth down. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Andy Isabella was the intended target. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now it's Breida. Well, he is out of bounds inside the 35. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set it. At 25 to Mike. We're going 20.
Haskins going to try to throw it. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and